So, who is Jesus? Atheists, agnostics, and some religions view Jesus as a good moral teacher or a prophet. And the Bible never records Jesus saying the exact words of, "I am God." So, how can we say that Jesus is God, right? What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the Evan Chung Show. My name is Evan. It is true that Jesus did not explicitly say that I am God, but that doesn't mean that Jesus did not proclaim that he is God. The Bible is actually filled with divinity claims that Jesus has made. Let me show you some of them. For example, in John 8:58, where Jesus was described as the I Am, it says that, "I tell you the truth," Jesus answered, "before Abraham was born, I am." Nothing can be a greater claim than that, right? Jesus is saying that he exists before Abraham was even born. Jesus is basically declaring his eternal existence and attributes that only God has. And when the Jews heard this, they immediately pick up stones and start stoning him for blasphemy. And another example, John 10:30, Jesus said, "I and the Father are one." As we can see 3 verses later in John 10:33, "We are not stoning you for any of these," replied the Jews, "but for blasphemy, because you, a mere man, claim to be God." And another example in John 18, when Jesus was standing in front of Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate asked Jesus if he is the king, and Jesus said to Pontius Pilate, "You are right in saying that I am a king, but my kingdom is not of this world, but it is from another place." John 18:36-38. And of course, what Jesus is referring to here is the kingdom of heaven, which is another claim to be God. And another example we can see in John 20:28, when Jesus has risen from the dead and appeared in front of Thomas, who is one of his disciples. Thomas declared Jesus to be my Lord and my God. Jesus received his worship and did not rebuke him. If Jesus were to be just a moral teacher, then he would have rebuked him and told him not to worship him and call him God. Let's take a look at another example in Matthew 11:27. Here Jesus said, "All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and those whom the Son chooses to reveal him." This tells us that Jesus views himself as the exclusive and the absolute Son of God. And he sees himself as the only revelation of God the Father to mankind. And of course, there are many references to Jesus' deity in the Bible. I won't have enough time to go through all of them now, but I want you to think about it, right? If Jesus did not claim to be God, then why was he crucified? He was crucified because of his claim to be the very Son of God. And his claim to deity is considered to be blasphemy to the Jewish leaders at that time. And if you really think about it, it is easy to just say, "I am God," right? People will probably not take you seriously, laugh at you and say that you are delusional. It doesn't carry any weight. Anybody can claim that he is God, but to claim the very attribute of God, "Before Abraham, I am. I and the Father are one. No one knows the Father except me. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through me." These shows Jesus' authority. It shows that Jesus knows exactly what he's talking about. And think about it, it only makes sense for Jesus to be God, because if Jesus is not God, then his death as one mere human being would not be enough to pay for all the sins in this entire world. Only God can pay for such infinite punishment, to die for the sins of the world and to rise again, proclaiming his victory over sin and death. Let me end this video with a great quote from C.S. Lewis. In his book Mere Christianity, C.S. Lewis wrote, "A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would either be a lunatic on a level with the man who says he's a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. he did not intend to. And that is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you agree or disagree, I would love to have a conversation with you in the comments. Have a good Sunday, y'all, and I'll see every one of you in my next video. Bam!